What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy Deli. How is your day going? Listen, I know by now most, if not all of you, have heard that Jussie Smollett's case has been dropped. All 16 charges were dropped by the Chicago PD. In a stunning reversal, the Chicago prosecutors on Tuesday dropped all charges against the Empire star Jussie Smollett just weeks after he was indicted on 16 felony counts for allegedly filing a false police report. And this headline is coming from NBC News.com, and the police chief, along with the mayor Ron Emanuel, gave a brief news conference, and it would appear to me as if there are still doubts in their minds with regards to the allegations against Jussie. However, I have been saying throughout this entire thing, and I believe I did mention it in one of my previous shows, that we should never jump to conclusion, because I did not believe that Jussie would have done something so deplorable, nor would he have done something that would have jeopardized his career. He didn't come across as being that kind of person to me, and this is just me now. But the fact that he has been all of the charges has been dropped against him says a lot. It does say a lot that quite possibly there may have been some sloppy job done by the police department. Additionally, because he's a celebrity, everyone was quick to jump to judgment and cast him as being guilty even before charges were brought against him. Now, having said that, we all need to be careful. Not because the media reports something means that it's 100% factual. Keep in mind that people who work at media, they are human beings too. And they go off information that they receive from, a lot of times, several sources. Those sources sometimes are correct. Sometimes they're incorrect. Sometimes they're accurate. Sometimes they're inaccurate. So we all have to not be in such a hurry to jump to any form of conclusion, but to wait until all of the facts come in. The worst thing that you can do is to throw someone under the bus while the bus is still moving, if you know what I'm trying to say. So this comes as vindication to Jussie. However, I believe that his career is damaged going forward. His image is damaged, and he will not be looked upon the same, not only from those in Hollywood, but from everyone in general as a result of this. It's a sad situation, and honestly, this probably has been one of the worst moments in his entire life and the life of his family, because this doesn't only hurt him, it hurts his family, it hurts his fans, it hurts his paycheck or checks, it hurts his image. And now I believe that although the charges have been dropped, it probably will still be a challenge for him to find employment going forward. So the damage has been done, and it can only be repaired but so much, because we're in a society where you're proven guilty before you're proven innocent. Fortunately for him and his family, all the charges have been dropped. Smollett lawyer Patricia Holmes slammed the Chicago Police Department for their public handling of the case and said they should not jump ahead and utilize the press to convict people before they are tried in the court of law. And rightfully so. That was such a true statement. And that's what I've been trying to say. None of us should jump to conclusion. None of us should do that to our brothers and our sisters. We did it to Whitney Houston. We did it to Prince. We did it to Michael Jackson. And I can name a whole other string of celebrities, casting them as being guilty before they're proven innocent or guilty. So there's a lesson to be learned here. Patricia Holmes went on to say that things seem to have spiraled somewhat out of control. Chicago Police Department Commander Ed Watnicki told NBC Chicago that the reversal of charges was, quote, a punch in the gut, and prosecution did not discuss their decision with the police department prior to Tuesday's announcement. He further went on to say that we worked closely throughout our 3-week investigation to get to the point where we arrested the offender. For the state's attorney at this point to dismiss charges without discussing this with us at all is just shocking. Obviously, they felt that there was nothing to further discuss. They've looked at all of the pieces, put all of the pieces together, and came to the conclusion that there really wasn't anything to charge him for, and the only decision was to rightfully drop the charges. The mayor pointed out that Smollett was indicted by a grand jury on only, and I quote, a piece of evidence, but that evidence will never be presented in court. As a result of the allegations against Smollett, his role on Empire, where he played Jamal Lyon, was cut from the final episode of the 5th season to avoid further disruption on set. The show's executive producer said in a joint statement on February 22nd, "It is not clear as to whether he will be rehired. It is not clear what his life is going to be like going forward. And I can only hope for the best for him." But once again, I have been saying, this story did not add up to me. It didn't seem like he was the kind of guy to pull off such a hoax. Jesse had told the police on January 29 that he was beaten up by 2 masked men while he was getting food in Chicago's Streeterville neighborhood. And another problem that I had with the entire press reporting of this story is that all along they were mentioning 2 Nigerian brothers, when in truth and in fact, those 2 brothers were born and raised in the United States, Abel and Ola Adenero. They were born and raised right here in the United States, but no, the media didn't say that. They had to bring them all the way to Nigeria to label them as Nigerian brothers. That was a big problem for me after I found out that the brothers were born here in the United States. And even after that fact, the media still keep pressing and dwelling that they were Nigerian brothers. Not even a fact. They were born in the United States. So I don't know how they too have been impacted by the whole situation, but I'm pretty sure they have been impacted in a certain way as well. Jussie was released from jail after posting $10,000 off a $100,000 bond. Jussie's attorney said Tuesday that the actor forfeited his bond over the city of Chicago. The Cook County State's Attorney Office said Tuesday that after reviewing the case, Smollett's community service and his willingness to turn his bond over to the city, and I quote, "We believe this outcome is a just disposition and appropriate resolution to this case." And to that I say, amen, so let it be. This was a sad situation to begin with. It was sad for us to hear as his fans. It was sad that he was charged in such a way where the entire media went in a frenzy with the story. It was wrong the way it was presented to the media, and it was wrong that even the White House chimed in. It was wrong on all levels. So I do not know if Jussie is going to sue the Chicago PD, and that may be a possible thing that they may be thinking about doing. I don't know. But if he does, I believe he has all the right in the world to do so. He has to be vindicated 100% because he's out of an income. He's lost his credibility. He's lost a lot of fans who jumped to conclusion. Let me rub that in. And his career may quite possibly be over. I'm just saying. Let's all be careful. Let's learn a lesson from this. Do not throw your brothers and your sisters under a bus while the bus is still in motion. I'm checking out. Enjoy your day. Peace. This has been another episode of On Point. We're staying on purpose for our communities. In all that you do, remember to keep it on point.